Oh, the big boo-boos. I know what I'll do. I will take you into my office and show you a little bit of stuff in there. And I'm also going to answer a couple of questions that I got in emails. So, let's go to my office. Boom. So, I thought I'd take you on a little tour of my office space. It's one of my favorite places to be. I've built it so it's nice and cozy, and I want to tell you about all of the different things that make up my office, where I do the podcasts and sometimes the YouTube. I'll start with my wall of photos. This is inspiration for me. Jay Cutler, Ronnie from Jersey Shore, that's Uriah Faber from the UFC, myself, Uriah Faber again. These are just motivating photos. I love this. It keeps me motivated. I think that's Fuad Abid, I'm not sure. Jay Cutler again. This is an up-and-coming bodybuilder named David Lade. You'll see a lot of him in the future. UFC fights, love it. And I have tons of ab photos. Uriah Faber again. Fuad Abid on the right. Nick Jonas. I like Nick Jonas. Abs. And this is a guy I worked with a long time ago in a gym in the 80s. Coming over to the right here, we have a plaque I did for my 25th anniversary of my business. I'm now in my 33rd year. And coming down, we have Stephen K.O. David Lade is on the left in the yellow. And coming down lower, we move into all the various certificates and diplomas I've collected around these years. And these are my Taekwondo belts. Well, some of them. I've lost a few. I've lost my green and I had a white. So this is, I moved up to a blue belt in Taekwondo. And over on the right here we have just, again, various bodybuilding pictures. Give me motivation when I'm writing programs or working out. And I want to show these photos to you specifically. These photos are of the camp that I had, the cabin up in Maine that I grew up the first 12 years of my life. And here is a postcard of our beach. This was actually taken to be used as a postcard to advertise that area. The dock you see was built by my father, but he had it about 3 times the length of what it is right now. Now the land you can see off in the distance behind those sailboats, that's an island. And here is the point of the island. And in my book, Northridge High Football Camp, I used that island setting. And there's a boys' camp on the very point of it. And that boys' camp is actually in my book. That was there in the 60s, but was torn down by the 70s. This is one of the last photos of my parents that I have together. They died just a few years after that photo. And moving on, we've got Mario Lopez, a signed autograph picture of Mario Lopez. And this is my Paco wall. Sometimes I just need to be able to see that, yes, I am married to this amazing man. I collect a lot of the notes that he leaves for me, and I just stick them up on the wall so I can glance at them periodically, just to remember. It's kind of silly, I know. And moving down to my desk, I want to show you this as well. This is my cat Buddha. These 2 photos are from my leather period, when I would do some contests and make appearances dressed in leather. And we've got Men's Health Magazine, a few other journals. I've got the Munsters books. Paco got me these from when I was a kid. He found them on eBay. I'm going to start collecting more of those kinds of books from my childhood. And of course, the Lost in Space Robot is always on my desk. Various other journals and books. These are the trophy and medal that I won in a contest. We've got some colorful animals from Oaxaca, Mexico that friends gave me. A nice crystal dumbbell. This watch was a gift from my husband for our wedding. This is a photo of some whitewater rafting I did, and a skull that I just got down in Mexico this last time. This is my desk and the setup where I record the podcasts and do this kind of voiceover work right now. I've got an extra microphone for when I do have guests. Coming over this side of the office, this is my cabinet where I keep my DVDs of various TV shows and movies. And I've got some amazing models of yesteryear Matchbox cars that I've collected when I was a kid. And Paco started getting me some on eBay. So again, I'm rebuilding my childhood, if you will. So I thought I would answer some questions that I've gotten in emails, just a couple of them. John 461 says, you are turning 60 soon. Yes. How long will you keep doing personal training? Well, here's the deal. I'm in my 33rd year now, and I'm turning 60, and people still want to train with me, which is surprising considering I'm going to be 60. But I figure I want to go at least to 40 years, so that would be 7 more years. I'd be 67 at that time. Or I might just try to get to 70 and see if I can actually be a personal trainer all the way up until I'm 70. Feet for you too. Are you barefoot a lot? Yes, I am barefoot more than I should be, actually. I am barefoot right this moment. And I'm not supposed to be barefoot because of the neuropathy I have in my feet. I don't have a lot of feeling in certain parts of the bottom and along the tops of my feet. So I'm on medication for that, and it's gotten somewhat better, but it's still a bitch. You know, when I try to do any kind of cardio, it takes me down really quickly. So my doctor has asked me not to be barefoot. Paco constantly reminds me, don't be barefoot, but I like it, to be honest with you, so I do it. Yes, I am barefoot a lot. You237 says, why did you never pursue a Hollywood career? So back in episode 40, I did a podcast, an Older Gay Guy Show podcast, called Don't Piss on My Hollywood Star of Fame, which tells you about when I went out to Hollywood when I was young. I tried my best. Didn't try too long, mind you. I tried maybe for, what was it, like 10 days, 2 weeks, something like that. I just didn't research it enough to really know what to do when I got out there, to, you know, how to go to studios the right way. I tell a funny story about me going to the studios, so I just kind of had to figure it out myself. So I regret completely that I did not stay out there and keep trying. So I think this is going to go somewhere. So fingers crossed, toes crossed that this can happen. So thank you for the questions. I will answer more questions as we go along in these videos. Thanks for coming by. Glad I got to show you a little bit of my house. Thank you. Take care. Bye for now.